Hey, it's Nick with TRIJUICE, and I'm here today with Maddie Reed, who's in Minneapolis for the upcoming Lifetime Fitness Triathlon on Saturday. Welcome, Maddie. How are you doing?
Thank you. Yeah, doing well. Thank you.
Hey, you've been here. I think we were speaking earlier. You've been here almost for the last 10 years doing this race.
Yeah, I think I've been here every year that it's been on so far.
And you've been the winner for the last 3 years. You and Sarah Haskins are quite amazing for the last 3 years, 3 peats, going for 4 peats this weekend.
Yeah, definitely. It took me probably 6 years before I actually had a decent race here, and then once I had my first win, I continued with the next couple of years.
How much of an advantage is winning? Doing the race, of course, you get the experience on the course, but how much of an advantage is that win when it comes to racing the next year?
It's definitely very important. I think the biggest help in this race is to know the course. And it took me a number of years to really learn the bike course. I believe the last probably 6 or 7 miles of the bike are the most important parts, and if you have a lot of energy left, the last 6 or 7 miles are really rolling, and that's where you can make up a lot of time.
Like we said, you've done the race for many years. A three-peat, does that make a factor in picking the race for the following year?
Yeah, definitely. As a pro athlete, and once you've won a race one year, you always want to go back and defend your title. For me, 3 in a row this year would be 4 if I could pull it off. That would be pretty huge, and something I've been thinking about a lot, and it'd be very special if I could do it. But it's a great field here, and it's going to be very tough to do. I've been struggling with my form all year, and I really want it, and I'm going to go out and try to get it.
Great. Yeah, it's a big pro field here again. One of the features from the old days that they used to have was the equalizer. The equalizer will be in effect for this weekend's race. I think the time was, 10:34?
Yep.
So the women have a 10-minute and 34-second advantage on the men, and the winner gets a $5,000 preem on top of that. So, well, hopefully you can catch the women, so to speak. Sarah's done really great. She won it last year, so we'll see what happens. One of the things that is come up is racing in the heat. It's been really hot out, and there was something posted not long ago, someone online, is triathlon getting too soft? One of the years here in Lifetime, the age group race was shortened because of the heat. It was supposed to be in the 90s. You had something similar, an extreme weather condition. It wasn't a hot situation, it was a cold situation that had you racing in your wetsuit. How was racing in your wetsuit on the bike?
It wasn't easy to do. It was actually it's quite restrictive. It's a little thicker where you're sitting, so I was a little bit too high on my saddle, and getting out of the saddle and trying to sprint, you kind of lactate a little bit quicker, and it definitely wasn't easy, but it kept me warm, and I really think when I got off the bike, that was when it paid the most dividends, because I was warm, and I got straight into a nice rhythm straight away, and I think it helped me for the first part of the run, that's for sure.
So what do you think? I mean, like I said, there was rants going on that race directors are getting soft. It was sort of focused at, come on, athletes, harden up. Do you think it's safe for race directors to change the race at the last minute? This year, there's been 3 Ironman 70.3 races that have been shortened, and 1 Ironman race. What do you think? I mean, is it the right thing to do?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people say that we should harden up and just do it and that, but we've had really extreme temperature races. Like Boise was freezing cold, and I was grateful that they shortened the bike, although I would have loved to have done a 70.3. it was so cold in the morning. I was so happy that they shortened the race. And the one last week was at Muncie. It was so hot. You know, the race directors are putting, you know, the athlete's safety in mind, and you know, I've got to, you know, commend them for that. And sure, you know, everyone would like to do the full course, but when it's, you know, I think it was going to be 110 that day. You know, it's safer for the race directors to shorten the races, and I think that's the correct decision.
Yeah, we've become a society of calling the lawyers every time, you know, something happens, that I think, you know, that's changing the perspective, and I think the race directors are doing the right thing. So, I mean, hopefully this rant, you know, just goes away, and race directors are thinking about athlete safety and the pros as well, type of thing.
Yeah, I think the professionals would probably handle it, but it's the age group is where, you know, there's people that they don't train, you know, but 5 hours a week, I guess. I don't know, but those guys, some of them could really struggle out there, and I'm sure the pros would probably do it fine, but you know, you got to make it safe for the age groupers.
Right. So going back to one more question with Lifetime, you know, you've done this race so many times. For people that haven't done this race, is there something that you like about this race? I mean, don't say it's the awful roads that we have here once in a while.
You know what, it does have awful roads here, but the course itself is fun anyways. It's, you know, twisty and turny, pretty technical, you know, undulating, and it's a fun bike ride. It's fast, and I enjoy it, and I think that's what brings me back here.
Now, in less than 3 weeks, the Olympics will take place in London. Are you going to be a spectator watching the events, the coverage on TV?
Yeah, absolutely. I love watching the Olympics. It's going to be great to, you know, cheer my boys on. Hunter Kemper, it's his 4th Olympics, and you know, I'd love nothing better for him to get a medal. He's been working hard. He's had a lot of, you know, ups and downs over the last few years, and he's, you know, he's looking good. He's on top of it, and he's trained hard, and he's, you know, looking pretty healthy. I think he can have a great race, and you know, I love watching the swimming with Ryan Lochte and Michael Phelps, and you know, any sport is in the Olympics is at the, you know, the best level it can be, and you know, I'll be spending a lot of time on the couch watching it.
All right. Well, we wish you well on Saturday, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks.